Okay, so now today what we'll do, we'll understand the concepts of firewalls. Okay, firewall is a very important feature as far as security is concerned. Okay, now what exactly we do, let's understand. Let me just go to the simulator here. Let's say what we'll do, okay, now, so let's say we have a server computer here, okay, we have multiple client computers, okay, then we have a firewall. Oh, I think I don't have that image connected. Okay, no problem. So let's say for the time being, I'll take this document as a firewall. Okay. हाँ, ये देखो, ठीक है. Router with firewall. Okay. Now let's say, so this is your router with firewall. Okay. Okay, you have a router with firewall. Now what we have is, let's say we are on internet as well. Okay, and on the internet everywhere we have a router. Okay, now let's just get connected to the network. Okay, so let's say we have our network here. Now let's say we have many machines here. I'll say this is my machine number 1, client 1. He will have an IP address. I'll have my machine 2. He could be on other network. Okay, then this will be my server machine. Okay, my server machine will be connected to Hackweda's network. Okay, otherwise you can connect to any individual different networks, and then we'll try to see how things happen. Now, is that clear? Now, so what I would like to do, I would like to create a server machine. I'm going to listen on that machine over the internet. Client machines will connect to this machine. First, we will not have a firewall. We will accept all the connections and we will serve all the requests. In the next case, we will create a firewall, and then we'll understand how we can specify firewall rules and how we protect our machine. Now, in order to do this, so this is our structure. I will be connected to Hackweda, client 1 will be connected to any other networks. Okay. Now, to do this, let's see what all we are going to do. First of all, what I'll do, I'm going to listen on a port. Okay. Let's say this port will be port number 80. Okay. In the demo 1, I will use Netcat to listen. In the second demo, I can use a WAMP server, Windows Apache MySQL PHP WAMP server. Okay. In the first demonstration, we will understand the requests, what are being received. In the second, we will make our computer system as a web server available on internet. You can host your websites, you can give the IP addresses to your friends, they can connect to your server, and your site is hosted. Okay. Now let's see. Third, so we are going to do this. In second part of the demo, we will understand requests. Okay, and these requests will be HTTP requests. In the third, we'll set up and configure firewalls. Okay, now to do this, let's get started. When I'm going to listen on port number 80, after listening on the netcat, I would like to do one more thing, and I would like to listen for connections on internet. Okay, so this means on internet means I will be port forwarding on my router, okay, on my modem, so that whatever request I will receive from internet, modem will receive the request and modem will forward the request to my host machine. Okay, let's do that. So first of all, I'll switch to my network. This is Hackweda. I'm connected to Hackweda network. On this network, I would like to check my private IP first. Okay. So private IP for my network is IP configuration pipemod, and my IP address is 1.7 and the IP of my modem is 1.1. Okay, so let me just put the values here. IP address of my machine will be 192.168.1.7. Okay, IP address of my modem for internal network will be 192.168.1.1. Okay, for external, for the internet users, it would be something else. What would that be? This IP we can check by going to the website whatismyipaddress.com. Okay, so this website will tell us the public IP address of my modem. So this is my public IP address. Okay, it's 120.56.109.94. Okay, let's just type it here. So the public IP address let's just put it here. Public IP of modem is 120 dot, what is the IP address? 120.56.109.94. Okay, so this will be the public IP address of the modem. All the client machines who want to connect to my machine, first of all they have to connect to the modem. Okay, so in their browsers they are going to put this IP address. So they will reach to this modem. On this modem, we are going to forward the port. And how will we forward? We will receive the packet on a port number, and then we will forward that port to the listening port on my host machine. Clear? Let's say. So on this modem, let's say I would like to listen on port number 80 by default. Okay. Port 80 is a default web server port. ठीक है, RFC के हिसाब से default port number 80 is dedicated for web server. Browsers के अंदर अगर आपने किसी IP address को connect किया और आपने port number specify नहीं किया, तो that means default 80 will be taken. Okay, let's understand. And once we will receive this request, so this 192.168.1.1 will forward the packet to 1.7, and here also we want to listen on port number 80. Let's say. Okay, clear? यहाँ पे भी हम port 80 use करेंगे. Client machines will be Saurabh, Nancy and Shivam. Anybody can connect. Now, so now what we like to do, first of all, we'll make a connection, then we'll understand the firewall. Okay, let's do that. In this case, now what we'll do, so once we have this configuration available, we have one more machine here. In the same network, there will be one more machine connected to this modem, and this machine will have the IP address 192.168.1.20, and that's a that's a backtrack machine. Okay, this we will be using to understand internal network. Okay, so this is the network. So if you just loop through this is the server machine on which we will be listening for some packets. There will be another machine on the same network, that is 1.20, which will be Linux machine, and we'll have one client machine. Let's say this is Saurabh's machine, and will be connected using TeamViewer. Okay, TeamViewer will be running here. So we'll take the console of this client one machine on our server machine as well in order to just record this video. Now, so let's get back here. So I've got the IP addresses. Now you understand what all configurations are available here. So let's get started with the Netcat demo first. Okay, for this Netcat demo, we'll clear the screen. Okay, here, let's say I'm going to make use of Netcat. I'm going to listen verbose on port number 80. Okay, so at this moment my server is ready and it is listening on port number 80, and somehow I've got a connection dexter/home.txt http 1.1 arohipure.com. There will be some request I would have received. Let me just stop that again and let me just run that again. Okay, so there is some application is automatically connecting to me on port number 80. Let me just pause it. Remove that. Now what I'll do, let me just listen on some random port, NC-LVP. Let's say I will be listening on 6789. Okay, so this is a server machine who has got a port number 6789, and we are listening on this port at the moment. Let's go to the modem configuration. Okay, we'll go to the gateway, and on the gateway here, this is our gateway. On this gateway here, we want to perform port forwarding. Okay, so first of all, what with the blue color on this machine, we are going to perform port forwarding. Okay, port forward from port 80 to 6789. So any connection who will be received on this modem at port 80 will be forwarded to port number 6789 on the machine 192.168.1.7 this, and any connection received on the IP address 120.56.109.94. Okay, is that clear? Okay, oh, let's say colon hai yahan pe. Now, so now what next we need to do, let's just come here, let's go to the modem, let's do the configuration 192.168.1.1. let's open that. So we'll just log into the modem. Under advanced system setting, we'll go to network address translator configuration, we'll go to virtual server, and here we are going to specify a rule. This rule will forward the port from modem to a internal machine. Okay, so here what we'll do, let's say this will be our server, this is a rule for the server. Any connection who will be received on port number 80 will be forwarded to the IP address 192.168.1.7. we are 7 at the moment, and we'll forward the connection to 6789. 6789. Is that clear? Now we'll go and save this rule. So now our server is ready. Any connection who will be received on my IP address, on my public IP address on port number 80 will be forwarded to machine 1.7. Okay. Now, so let's say this port forwarding has been done. Now let me just come to the server. Here is a server who's listening for a connection. Now I'll go to TeamViewer and I would like to take the console of my client machine. This machine will be Saurabh's machine. I'll operate that Saurabh's machine and I would like to send a request from his machine to our server. Okay. Let's say this will be our server. Let me just keep it here. So this will be your server machine who will be listening on a port number here. And we like to connect to one machine. Can I have your ID please? 211 605 396. Okay. This ID belongs to his machine. And we are going to have, please specify your password. 6 okay. 9K U6. Okay, so we have connected to his machine, and now this is Saurabh's machine. Okay, clear? Now, Saurabh, you are connected to which network at the moment? You have to change your network connection to some other network because we want to say that it's on a private network. That is fine. No, DEN is not available. You can use any other network. You should have internet on it. So let's say this is the client's PC and this is the server's PC. Okay. And by the time, let me just go to Paint and let me just add that Saurabh's machine has this address on TeamViewer and we have connected to this. And we are currently operating on this machine. Okay. But in order to record the demo, we have just taken the screen of Saurabh's machine on our computer in order to see what's happening at the server side and what's happening on the client side. Now, so let's just open it. So now you are connected to SJ network. Okay, let's say he is connected to SJ network. We'll open his command prompt. We are going to execute the command ipconfig. Okay, and you can see that we'll get the IP addresses. Okay, let me just use magnifier control here so that you can see. Okay, so it's not pretty clear though, but I hope you can understand. This wireless network is connected to some hotspot and this machine has the IP address 43.87. Okay, clear? It has 192.168.43.87 is the IP address of that machine. Now, so what we'll do, let's say at the moment we are on this machine, clear? Okay. And we are listening for a connection here on the server. If we go to the browser and if we specify the IP address of my server machine, IP address of the server machine is 120.56.109.94. This is the IP address. Let me just check the IP address. It is 120.56.109.94. Okay, 120.56.109.94. so this is Saurabh's machine and now he is going to connect to the server. Okay, since we have not specified any port, by default port number 80 will be selected. Okay, as soon as we have pressed enter, you can see that a request has been sent. The request has gone to the modem and we have got the packets here. Okay, now you can see that we have got this request from the public IP address of the Saurabh's machine. ये सौरभ का IP address है, okay, of the hotspot with which he is connected. From the browser, as soon as he has provided this IP address, एक request आई हमारे पास, get request. It asked for the index directory using the protocol HTTP 1.1. The host machine was this IP address. This belongs to the server. The user agent, the default agent is somewhat like Firefox with which we are connected. Okay, you can see that we are connected with the Firefox, and here at the server side we have received that we are connected with Firefox version number 51. Okay, then the acceptable language will be text, HTML or something. Clear? And then we have got that the connection should be live, request something should be this, and now he is waiting for a response. But at the moment, since we have not responded anything, there is no return response, इसलिए अभी ये hold पे है. Now what the server will do on this get request, server will respond something, ठीक है, HTTP 200 OK or some random request. Okay, let's say HTTP OK पहले हमें HTML के फॉर्मेट पे देना चाहिए, फिर हमें डेटा देना चाहिए. लेकिन चलो मैं ऐसे ही एक रैंडम डेटा पहले ट्राई कर रहा हूँ. HTML लेट्स से, क्योंकि रिस्पॉन्स तो जाएगा हमारा जो रिस्पॉन्स का फॉर्मेट है उसके बेसिस के ऊपर. लेट्स से बॉडी स्लैश बॉडी, and I have just simply said hello, this is a random response. Let's say this was a page stored at the server side. सर्वर ने जैसे ही इसको रिस्पॉन्ड किया, ओके, एक पूरा पैटर्न होना चाहिए HTTP रेस्पॉन्स के फॉर्मेट पे. बट अगर मान लो मैं अभी कनेक्शन को क्लोज कर देता हूँ ये टेक्स्ट लिख के, सो नाउ यू कैन सी दैट द कनेक्शन हैज बीन रीसेट हियर सिंस आई हैव क्लोज द कनेक्शन. सो आई हैव टू गिव अ करेक्ट HTTP रेस्पॉन्स, only then the request will be processed. Okay, so what I'll do at the moment, web servers which you have, जो आपके WAMP servers हैं, ये जो servers होते हैं ये automatically Apache servers हैं जो कि HTTP get request post request का response करते हैं, ठीक है, और वो response एक HTTP के format पे होता है. Clear? जब वो respond करते हैं तो page gets open. Clear? So netcat पे मैंने आपको इसलिए दिखाया कि जैसे ही एक कंप्यूटर ने रिक्वेस्ट भेजा एक सर्वर को, एक गेट रिक्वेस्ट आई, अब इस गेट रिक्वेस्ट का रिस्पॉन्स आप रिटर्न करेंगे मशीन से. क्लियर? ओके, नाउ व्हाट आई वांट, लेट्स से आई एम अगेन लिसनिंग ऑन दिस कनेक्शन, आई हैव गॉट अ कनेक्शन हियर, इसने फॉरवर्ड कर दिया. बट अब अगर मैं कहता हूं कि नहीं, मुझे क्या करना है, फायरवॉल लगानी है, ठीक है. फायरवॉल से पहले मैं WAMP सर्वर लगवा देता हूं पहले, ठीक है. लेट्स जस्ट पुट अ WAMP सर्वर. ओके, सो आई हैव जस्ट क्लोज दिस एंड नाउ ऑन माय मशीन हियर, instead of netcat, now I would like to run WAMP server here so that you can view some pages, actual pages on the server side. Okay, so in order to start WAMP server, we will type in WAMP here. In case if you don't have WAMP server, you can download WAMP server freely from internet and you can install it. Let's just run the WAMP server. Okay. On my WAMP server, by default, there is a page for Hackweather 1-to-1. Okay, hosted. So we are starting the WAMP server here. Once the WAMP server will be ready, it will turn into green color. Okay, let's say now the WAMP server is listening, and on the WAMP server, if I go to the www directory, this is my World Wide Web directory wherein we can host any pages and it will be accessible. So here on that page you can see that I've got an index.php file, and if I show you the code, so this is a website for my Hackweather 1-to-1 login. Okay, so this page will be accessible as soon as anybody from the internet will try to access my machine. Now, so let's say I have started my WAMP server, I have hosted my web application, and now I want this web application to be publicly accessible on internet. Okay, so WAMP server is running, and you can see that the WAMP server is at online mode at the moment. Okay, using this put offline and online, you can turn the WAMP mode to online. Now if I go to the same client machine here and if I do a request, आप देख सकते हैं एक request generate होगी. I will receive the connection. HTTP response will be sent back to this browser. You connected to internet? The connection has been lost. Why? Just cross check that connection क्यों lost हुआ? We'll just quickly connect the remote machine again. Okay. So we'll connect to the client machine again and we'll just send a request from that client machine to our WAMP server. I hope there is some problem in your internet connection. Quickly again connect to the client machine so that we can record the actions. Now, so what we'll do, let's just again connect to the WAMP server. So we are connecting to the IP address 120.56.109.94. Let me just cross check if my server IP has been changed. We can go to status and we can check that. Let me check my current IP address. Okay. So my IP address has been changed to 120.57.48. Sorry, this is 109.94. Actually, the IP address is fine. 120.56.109.94. Okay, no problem. Let's say we are connected to WAMP, and if I just check my firewall at the moment, that firewall is on the off over. Firewall is off by default at the moment. Let me just again go to the connection here. 120.56.109.94. One 120.56.109.94. One 120.56.109.94 : port number 80. Let me just restart my WAMP server. Let me just quickly check if I am again getting the request or not. So I'll just quickly check the connection again. NC-LVP 6789. Okay, I'm sorry. Actually, the thing is, here we have to change the rule a little bit. Now WAMP server is listing on port number 80 by default. Okay, so and we are forwarding the packet to 6789. So we need to write one more rule wherein we should receive the packets for port number 80 on my server, and you can check that using netstat-abn. You can see that on my port number 80 on my machine, on the global network, on port number 80, can you see port number 80 here? On port number 80, okay, I have just stopped my WAMP. I have to just start my WAMP again. Let me just start the WAMP server first. Okay, then we'll get port number 80 here. So now I have started my WAMP server. The WAMP server is running by default on port number 80. As soon as it turns online, we'll just check the port, we'll write a rule, and then we will connect from the server side. Okay, now let's see. So netstat-abn ke through we just checked, and if you go to the top, you can see that here on your port number 80, a program HTTPD, that is HTTP daemon. Okay, this HTTPD stands for your web server is running. Okay, so web server is running on port number 80 and it is listening for the connections. Now what we'll do, we'll modify the rule on our server, or we can write one more rule for NAT configuration. Go to advanced setup, NAT, virtual server, and here we are going to write one more rule. Let's say this will be rule number 2. Okay, and rule number 2 will be my WAMP server, and whatever packets I will be receiving on port number 80, this I'm going to forward on 192.168.1.7 on port number 80. Okay, so we actually now have two rules. So there could be a possibility कि कोई conflict हो जाए, ठीक है? तो we'll just check कि port number 80 का port का packet कहाँ आ रहा है. So he says fail to update due to the duplicate port number. So you cannot forward one port packet to different other ports. आप सिर्फ एक range specify कर सकते हो, ठीक है? So what we'll do, we'll go to NAT again and let's remove the first rule. It's clear, right? समझ में आ रहा है? So we'll go to this rule number 1 and we'll just change the port numbers to 80. So this time, whatever packets we'll receive on internet will be forwarded to our WAMP server who's listening on port number 80. Okay, let's go here and save. Now, so we have performed the server configuration. Now, according to the network, now Saurabh will connect to the server machine who's listening on port number 80. So there is a port listening on port number 80 on my modem, and he will forward the packets to port number 80 on my server machine. Okay, let's go to this machine here, and now if we connect to the same IP address 120.56. You'll get the page Hackweda 1-to-1. Clear? So now you can understand that at your home you can create your machines as a web server. Okay. Once you are able to receive the connections here, now what we'll do, at this moment, you understood port forwarding. Now I'm going to tell you one more thing. Let's say DNS forwarding. Okay. Clear? So let's say I have a GoDaddy account where I have some domain names which I have already purchased. And I would like to show you how packet DNS forwarding will be done to our server. Okay. Now let's see. So let me just go to GoDaddy.com. I have purchased a domain name on GoDaddy. let's say there is a domain name known as devanshushukla.com and devanshushukla.in. I have purchased two domains that are actually not live at the moment. If I go here and if I type in devanshushukla.com, so this domain is registered, okay, but there is no server at the moment. Okay, आप इसको whois के through we can check, whois.org के through we can check who's the owner of this domain. Using this whois information we can get the details about owner of a website if they have displayed their information publicly. Okay, let's say, so I'm going to type the name of the domain here, devanshushukla.com. We are just checking who is the owner of domain Devanshu Shukla. Okay, so you can see that the domain name devanshushukla.com is registered by GoDaddy. Okay, and if you go down a little bit, these are the DNS servers for this domain name. Okay, then if you see down, it has been created on around 25 June 2016. Okay, 6 months back I have purchased it. There are some last updated information in terms of use, and no more information, other information is available here. बाकी आप whois के दूसरे databases हैं, वहाँ पे आप check करेंगे तो you'll get the owner name, you'll get the mobile number, the email ID who is registered, the address of the registrar, you can get all those information as well. And you can see that devanshushukla.com is already registered, so we cannot register that again. So I'll go to my GoDaddy account. Okay, I'll visit my GoDaddy account. Let's say this is my account. Let's just try. Okay, let's say, so I have just logged into my account. Okay, on this account, let's say if I go to domains, whenever I purchase a domains, they will be listed in my domains section here. I can click on manage domains. Okay, so I have many active domains here. So one such domain is devanshushukla.com. Okay, I'm going to select this domain and I'm going to modify the details of this domain. Okay, so you can see that we have some records available here for this domain. So I'll go to my DNS zone file. Okay, and it is actually pointing it to the A record to this IP address. So I'm going to edit this record. Okay, and I'm going to change the address to 120.56.109.94. Clear? And I have saved finish. Save the changes. So now you can see that IP address of this domain has changed to 120.56.109.94, and this IP address belongs to my server. Okay, now if I open command prompt and if I want to check the domain is pointing to which address, it sometimes takes some time to replace the records. DNS के सारे records change करने में थोड़ा सा time भी लगता है कभी-कभी. So let's say we can go to ping devanshushukla.com, and you can see that at the moment it is still pointing to 184 dot something, but as soon as the update is done with the name server, then this IP address will change to my MTNL's IP address. Okay, and then I will be pointing to this domain which is my server. Okay, सो अभी नेम सर्वर के आईपी एड्रेसेस चेंज नहीं हुए हैं. सो जैसे ही वो आईपी एड्रेस चेंज हो जाएगा हमारे पास 120.56.94 पे पैकेट रीडायरेक्शन शुरू हो जाएगी. ठीक है, तो इन कपल ऑफ मिनट्स विल जस्ट कम बैक एंड विल सी एंड टेस्ट दिस डिवाइस. ओके, इसको अभी हम चेक करेंगे नाउ. सो एट द मोमेंट वंस द चेंजेस विल बी डन, वी हैव चेंज्ड द रिकॉर्ड and in case if there is any save or something, so the record has been changed. Okay, record abhi change ho chuka hai but थोड़ी देर में ये effective हो जाएगा. Okay, now so what we'll do at the moment, let's just go back to the machine here, and if we just refresh that, you can see that it's pointing to 120.56.109.94. okay, now so my website has become hosted on my personal computer and it is accessible on internet. Anybody from his network can connect to this website now. Okay, so I don't need to go to a hosting provider and host my websites. I can host it on my machine as well. Okay, now but in order to satisfy millions and billions of requests, you need to have a server configuration. In case if you are making a demonstration or a prototype application, then you can test that on a server. Now, so since this machine is on a server, we have to protect this server using a firewall. Okay, clear? Okay, now let's say what a firewall can do. Let's understand. So in case, let's say I'm active on his machine at the moment, and if I have just opened this, his command prompt, and if I ping from the command prompt here, let me just use the magnifier. Okay, so let's say on the magnifier here, if I type in ping 120.56.109.94, okay, so you can see that I'm trying to ping to this machine, but there is no response from this machine. Okay, that means ICMP packets are by default blocked on this IP address. Okay, clear? ICMP के जो packets हैं वो by default 120.56 के ऊपर blocked हैं, but अगर मैं इन्हें allow कर दूं तो फिर ping requests enable हो जाएंगी. Okay, let's say, clear? One more thing what we'll do, let's say we'll just go to ping devanshu.shukla.com. Now you can see that the IP address has been changed to 120.56.109.94. okay, so now at the moment if we just go to the website here, and if we just type in devanshushukla.com, and if we press enter, you can see that we will reach to Hackweda 1-1. Okay, so this is how we can set DNS names as well. So now, so here you can see that on my machine ICMP requests have been blocked. Okay, now I'm going to check my firewall and I'm going to proceed with the details next. Okay, so what I would like to do, let's say if this was a machine and I wanted to create some rules for my server in order to protect, so I can use firewalls. Okay, to do this, let's say if I open my computer, you can manage your firewall from Windows Firewall using the file firewall.cpl. This firewall.cpl will open your firewall properties with administrative privileges. Okay, so we have opened this firewall on our machine, on the server machine at the moment, and you can see that at the moment the firewall is blocked for private networks as well as for public networks. Okay, let's say I want to go to turn Windows Firewall on and off. Okay, and let's say I'm going to turn on the Windows Firewall. Okay, and we'll get notified whenever Windows Firewall blocks a program so that we can allow or deny. Otherwise, we can block all incoming connections, including those in the list of allowed programs as well. We can block them all. Okay. Let's say मैंने इसको अभी block कर दिया, block all the connections, okay कर दिया. Now the firewall has been enabled, and at the moment it is running and it is blocking all the connections. Okay. Now, so if we go to the computer now, and if we open devanshushukla.com, so now at this moment, let me just refresh that. वो तो cache कर लिया हुआ इसने. Okay. पोर्ट 80 अलाउ कर रहा है बाई चांस वैम्प का प्रोटोकॉल. चेक करते हैं, दूसरा रूल लिखना पड़ेगा. अगर ऐसा कोई कंडीशन आया, यानी हमने फायरवॉल ऑन कर दिया, ब्लॉक कर दिया सारे कनेक्शन, स्टिल आई हैव एक्सेस टू द वेबसाइट. ओके, विच मीन्स माई रिसोर्सेज आर बीइंग एक्सेस्ड. और मान लीजिए यहाँ पे अगर कोई शेल पड़ा हो तो मेरा पूरा कंप्यूटर एक्सेस हो जाएगा ओवर द इंटरनेट. क्लियर? I can be at any place and on the internet my computer machine is listening and I can open the shell and I can operate any file from there. मैं कहीं से भी बैठ के अपने मोबाइल फ़ोन से अपना कंप्यूटर एक्सेस कर सकता हूँ. टीम व्यूअर भी डालने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. I can do anything. Shell क्या है आपको पता ही है. Now, so what we'll do, let's say now we have to protect our server with some strong rules. Okay, so we'll go to the firewall and we'll go to advanced settings. Okay. Let's click on advanced settings on the server, and now we are going to configure. Okay, we are going to configure the inbound rules and the outbound rules. Okay, so let's say for the domain profile, Windows Firewall is on. Inbound connections that do not match a rule are blocked. Okay, ऑन पब्लिक प्रोफाइल ऑल इनबाउंड कनेक्शंस आर ब्लॉक्ड. तो इसकी वजह से वो एक्सेस हो गया था, क्योंकि डोमेन प्रोफाइल जो है उस पर सिर्फ रूल मैच हो रहे हैं. ओके, यानी इट्स एक्टिंग एज अ डोमेन, नेम सर्वर्स उसको पैकेट्स फॉरवर्ड कर रहा है, तो इस थिंकिंग की जितने भी रूल्स होंगे हम उसको ही मैनेज करेंगे. सो नाउ व्हाट वी वांट टू गो टू इनबाउंड रूल्स एंड वी हैव टू क्रिएट न्यू रूल्स हियर. ओके, so once I've selected inbound rules, you can see that automatically I have many applications. For team viewer, all these things are allowed. Okay, team viewer is allowed, Visual Studio is allowed, even though my firewall is on, but team viewer is allowed because packets are being transmitted. Okay, so now what we want to perform some network protection, and to do this we are going to create a new rule. So in order to create a new rule, on the right hand side you have the option new rule. Click on new rule. Okay, now inside the rule, either you can write a rule for a program, let's say Netcat or WAMP. You can write a rule for a port number. Let's say if I clicked on port, so I would like to write the rule for a port number. Otherwise I can write a predefined rule or a custom rule, but at the moment I want to block my port, let's say port 80. So we'll go to next. For the TCP connection, I'm going to block my port number 80, let's say. If I want to specify multiple ports or a range, I can use the example here. So I've specified port number 80. I'll go to next. Now what action I want to perform? Do I want to allow this connection? Allow the connection if it is secure, that is if it's HTTP, or I want to block the connection. Let's say I want to block the connection. Okay, we'll go next. On all the profiles, for the domain profile, private profile and public profile. In case if I don't want any internet user to connect, but local users को मैं allow करना चाहता हूँ, तो I can uncheck this option. Okay, so the people in the LAN will be able to access my WAMP server, but people on the internet won't be able to access it. Okay, so let's say we have specified next, and let's say WAMP port 80 rule. Let's say port 80 rule, मैंने इसको नाम दे दिया. Finish. So now you can see that you have got a new rule created. Okay, you can enable and disable the rules as well. So you can simply search for your port 80 rule, which is blocking the connection. In case if you want to disable the rule, you can disable it, you can delete it, you can change the properties of the rule, and you can do the stuff. Now again, if we go to the server now, to the client machine now, and if the client machine wants to open the website, let's just refresh that. Allowed again, you check. Now again, I have opened this port, but let me just search for the WAMP server. Just hold on. So though we have the port blocked, there would be some, I guess, HTTPD or someone would be on. Actually, we have specified the rule. Let's just, after just specifying the rule, what we'll do, we'll just close the WAMP server once, and then we'll restart the WAMP server. वन 120 IP एड्रेस आपने डाला. ओह वाह, वो तो मॉडम का एक्सेस आ रहा होगा ना. एडमिन आईडी पासवर्ड डाल के आपने एक्सेस किया होगा ना. हाँ, वो तो क्योंकि तो आप चेंज कर सकते हो वो, क्योंकि वो तो मॉडम इट्स अवेलेबल ऑन पब्लिक. Let's say it's on. कैश कर लिया गया, इसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? क्या हुआ? क्या पूछ रहे हो यार, एक मिनट चेक. I have turned on the firewall for both the networks, okay, and my WAMP is on at the moment. And now if I try to search, now I won't be able to access that, okay, because now if I try to access devanshushukla.com, now you can see I won't be able to access that. The issue was, I'll tell you, since we are trying to connect to this modem, we have got a packet from outside up till this modem. I have denied public and profile and domain preferences, but I have allowed private, was allowed, private की firewall off थी. This IP address is forwarding the connection. So the server was thinking there is a local packet who is being received on port number 80. Hence he was allowing the access. Okay. So in this case we have to deny the private access as well. Okay, so once the firewall has been enabled for the private access now you can see that we won't be able to access the connection. So in case if there is a modem and there is a rule written, and even though the firewall is on for public network, but still you can get access because a local machine has got access. Okay, so there could be chances when internal people are working on some network and from the others they connected to the modem and they were in doubt that we have just enabled the public firewall, so we need not worry, but still access could be granted to that machine. Okay, now if you try to access what you are getting, close that, update the page, modem. Okay, so you can get the modems page because at the moment the options are allowed. So now what we can do is we can go to our modem as well and we can perform the configurations for firewall. Okay, so according to this diagram we have the firewalls available on all the systems. हमारे पास system में भी एक firewall थी जिस पे जाके हमने एक inbound rule लिखा और rule create कर दिया. Now we can go to the router firewall as well. Okay, so let's go to this router. This is the page of my router. I'll go to the firewall, and at this moment if I want to enable my firewall, let's say the firewall is enabled, SPI, if all traffics initiated from WAN would be blocked including DMZ, virtual server, ACL WAN side. Okay, let's say मैंने SPI mode इसमें on कर दिया है. There are many other modems in which there are multiple details on a firewall available. यहाँ पे तो basic firewall है, तो we just enabled the SPI at the moment and we clicked on save. Okay, so now if you want to refresh, just do a refresh and check. Unaccessible हो गया. So now in the same way what you can see, you can enable the SPI firewall so that no one else would be able to connect that. And you can see that since I have blocked this connection, TeamViewer has also been stopped. We have lost the connection from the TeamViewer because now all the packets have been stopped. Okay, clear? In case if I want to go to any other website now, let's say from the server machine, if I have just typed in, let's say Google. Okay, so I can access things, but nobody else can reach to my network now. With firewall, we have just stopped other people to connect back to us. Okay, so you can configure firewall on your own machine. It could be possible कि आपकी SPI enable ना होने की वजह से बाहर से लोग आपके मॉडेम को एक्सेस करें और आपकी configurations को modify कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, they can hack into your network or they can sniff on your network as well because they have got connection to your modem. अगर वो अपने मॉडेम का गेटवे चेंज कर देते हैं क्योंकि if they have got access, तो whatever packets are going through your modem can be sniffed at his computer because he can forward the modem IP to his gateway and then he can forward it to Facebook. Okay, so that is like internet man in the middle attack. ओके, कि मेरे को आपके राउटर का एक्सेस मिला, मैंने आपके राउटर का गेटवे चेंज कर दिया, अपने मशीन का कर दिया और मैं अपने राउटर से फिर आपके पैकेट्स फॉरवर्ड करूंगा. So what will be done? You will create a packet, the packet will reach to the modem, modem will forward the packet to the attacker, attacker will forward the packet to Facebook or any other server and he can intercept the packets using Wireshark. Okay, he can see what all requests are going and what all data is flowing. Clear? So firewall is important. Using this firewall, you can protect your internal network, your modem, and you can do various other stuff. Now what we'll do, let's say if I go back to my connection now, to the domain settings here, I'll just disable it for the moment. Let's say I'll just save it, okay? And after saving this, I'll go to my firewall with advanced security here, firewall.cpl. And I can, let's say, turn my Windows firewall on or off. Let's say मैंने internal के लिए अगर off कर दिया, okay किया, Now the firewall has been turned off, and if we connect to the partner again, okay, so you can see that from your machine. Now you can open devanshushukla.com and you can see what will you get in return. Okay, check कर लीजिए एक बार. Clear? So I hope the idea is clear how firewall works.